What is psychology? Is it the study of how the mind works? Is it understanding personality? Or is it therapy for mental disorders? Psychology is much more, much bigger than that. Psychology is like a giant tree with deep roots, powerful branches, and countless leaves. Hi, I am Girish Kishnani, and you are watching 5-Minute Learnings. Welcome to the first video in Psychology Basics. In this series, I will give you a bird's-eye view of the entire structure of psychology, one of the most exciting and complex fields of study. We will explore the entire tree of psychology, one branch at a time. Put simply, psychology is the scientific study of behavior and mental processes. It asks how we think, why we feel, how we learn, and what drives our actions. It studies both what we can observe and what happens internally in the mind. Let us begin underground, with the roots. Every science grows from foundational ideas. Modern psychology developed from several schools of thought that tried to answer a core question: what truly drives human behavior? One early influence is evolutionary thinking, inspired by Charles Darwin. Evolutionary psychology suggests that many human behaviors developed because they helped our ancestors survive and reproduce. It connects psychology to biology and adaptation. One major root is psychoanalysis, introduced by Sigmund Freud. He argued that much of our behavior is influenced by unconscious desires, childhood experiences, and internal conflicts. The hidden mind became central. Another root is behaviorism, shaped by thinkers like B.F. Skinner. This school argued that psychology should focus only on observable behavior. Behavior, according to this view, is learned through conditioning and reinforcement. Gestalt psychology, developed by thinkers like Max Wertheimer, emphasized that the mind organizes experience into meaningful wholes. It argued that we must study patterns and perception, not just isolated elements. Then came humanistic psychology, represented by Abraham Maslow. This approach shifted focus from illness to growth, emphasizing human potential, free will, and self-development. Finally, the cognitive revolution, led by psychologists like Ulrich Neisserer, brought scientific study back to mental processes such as memory, attention, language, and decision-making. These are not separate subjects today. They are the conceptual roots that shaped modern psychology. From these roots grew different lenses, or approaches. An approach is a framework for explaining behavior. The biological approach focuses on the brain, nervous system, genetics, and hormones. The evolutionary approach explains behavior in terms of adaptation and survival. The behavioral approach studies learning through reinforcement and conditioning. The cognitive approach examines thoughts, beliefs, and information processing. The psychodynamic approach explores unconscious motives and early experiences. The humanistic approach emphasizes growth, meaning, and personal responsibility. The sociocultural approach studies how culture and social context influence behavior. Today, many psychologists integrate these into what is called the biopsychosocial model, recognizing that biology, psychology, and social factors interact continuously. No single approach explains everything. Psychology is multidimensional by design. Now we move to the visible branches of the tree. These branches represent what psychologists study and research. Basic psychological processes include memory, attention, perception, learning, emotion, and motivation. These explain how the mind functions at a fundamental level. Developmental psychology studies how humans grow and change across the lifespan. Social psychology examines how people think about and influence one another. Personality psychology studies enduring traits and individual differences. Abnormal psychology investigates mental disorders and patterns of psychological distress. Together, these branches form the academic structure of psychology. Now we reach the branch most people recognize: therapy. It is important to understand that therapy applies the ideas developed in the roots and approaches. Theories explain behavior. Therapy uses those explanations to reduce suffering. Psychodynamic therapy evolved from Freud's ideas and explores unconscious patterns. Behavior therapy is grounded in conditioning principles. Cognitive therapy, developed by Aaron Beck, focuses on identifying and restructuring distorted thoughts. When cognitive and behavioral methods combined, They formed cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. Humanistic therapy, developed by Carl Rogers, emphasizes empathy and unconditional positive regard. More recent third-wave therapies include acceptance and commitment therapy, dialectical behavior therapy, and mindfulness-based approaches. Therapy is one powerful branch of psychology, but it grows from deeper theoretical roots. Finally, psychology extends beyond research and therapy into real-world applications. Industrial and organizational psychology studies workplace performance and leadership. Educational psychology improves teaching and learning methods. Health psychology examines how behavior affects physical well-being. Sports psychology enhances performance and resilience. Forensic psychology connects psychology with the legal system. Consumer psychology studies decision-making and persuasion. Psychology does not just sit in clinics. It shapes workplaces, schools, courts, and everyday choices. That's all for today on Psychology Basics. In the coming videos, we will explore each branch in detail, slowly, clearly, and practically, because once you understand the structure of psychology, every concept fits somewhere, and when concepts fit, confusion disappears. Hope you found this video helpful. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, and follow or subscribe to my channel 5-Minute Learnings. And do remember to hit the bell icon to get notified on new content. Thanks for watching.